I'm Eldonzo.
I'm Deez.
And we've got a little bit more Biden stuff to get into, don't we? I want to know about his aliases.
Yeah, it's starting to come out now that he apparently liked to use different names. This is, we talked about John Peters that we found?
Yeah, I believe it was John Peters was one of them, yeah.
Yeah, this is coming from Fox News. Biden apparently used pseudonym to discuss White House hire with Hunter in 2014, an email shows. An email from Robin Ware to Hunter Biden. And the then Vice President Biden apparently used a pseudonym to discuss the future White House hire with his son Hunter, according to the 2014 emails from Hunter's famous laptop, the gift that keeps on giving.
Idiot.
Email dated June 23rd, 2014. Hunter emailed a Robin Ware from his company email at Rosemont Seneca Partners. And it says, "Before you fill position, please talk to me. Jay McGrail very much wants to serve as detail FR, which is either for or from Treasury," Hunter wrote. And a response just minutes later came from an email account, robinware456@gmail.com, reads, "Johnny, call me right away. Dad." Who could that possibly be?
So does it really surprise you the level of corruption that the Biden crime family was embedded in, that they would have aliases?
No, not at all. In fact, the person they're referring to is John McGrail, who was serving as senior counsel at the U.S. Treasury at the time of the emails, and then he was able or was allowed or asked to join the White House as Biden's deputy counsel just 2 months later, according to his LinkedIn profile. And today, McGrail is back working for the Treasury as a counselor to the Undersecretary for Domestic Finance.
So if Hunter Biden's involved with this, and they're using aliases, you know what else is involved with this? Money.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Bidens aren't doing anything for free.
No. The revelations in the email come after the news broke this week. The Southeastern Legal Foundation, the SLF, has sued the National Archives and Records Administration, demanding that all Biden vice presidential records and communications related to 3 email accounts: robinware456@gmail.com, jrbware@gmail.com, JRB.
Joseph Robinette Biden?
Could be.
You know,
and of course the one we talked about before, Robert L. Peters at PCI.gov.
Okay, so looking at the thing with especially Hunter Biden's tax situation, which you got a slap on the wrist for, right?
Nothing yet.
Well, yeah, it's not going to be anything.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to be slap on the wrist.
Well, no, actually, they dismissed it, remember?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because they're
yes, you're right, they did.
Focusing on the gun charge from the special counsel who, yeah.
Either way, folks, it's all BS.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to. Nothing's going to happen. The IRS isn't going to go after him.
No.
And we've been saying this for a long time. The IRS is going to go after us. So if you look back to Al Capone, okay, Al Capone got put in prison for tax evasion. Taxes. If you look hard enough into somebody's financial history and their tax history, you can find something to where you can nail them. Taxes has always been the fallback, all right, for the federal government to get people. Would you agree with that?
Sure seems that way.
Sure seems that way. So you got to ask yourself, why is the IRS buying more armored vehicles, flashbang grenades, tear gas, and .40 caliber submachine guns?
Yeah. Well, let me finish this because this gets even deeper.
Oh, really? Well, continue.
The SLF has filed a Freedom of Information Act request back in June of 2022 for the records, but as of yet has not seen a single document. The NARA appeared to confirm the existence of more than 5,000 potentially responsive documents to the Foundation's Freedom of Information Act request in the email that was revealed as part of the lawsuit. And this is coming directly from them. They say, "We have performed a search of our collection for vice presidential records related to your request and have identified approximately 5,138 email messages, 25 electronic files, and 200 pages of potentially responsive records that must be processed in order to respond to your request." This was back in June of 2022. and they still have not provided any of these emails or documents, files, or whatever. Basically saying that, there's so many of it that, we're working hard to get them out, and we have to handle these requests as they come in. So you're in a queue, and we'll get to it when we get to it.
So
conveniently.
So they can take their time and review these documents. Meanwhile, Trump having his date in D.C. set at March 4th, I think it was Alan Dershowitz said it's impossible to review all the documents for Trump, for the defense to do that. I think he said it'd be something like 700 documents a day they'd have to review.
Yeah.
So it's impossible for them to review those documents to prepare for that trial. But they can just take their sweet time in getting these documents that further prove how corrupt our president is.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically, again, it all comes full circle. It's my opinion that we're not going to get any kind of information or action on any of this stuff until they have their concrete plan in place, which in my belief, your belief probably, that they usher Joe out the door one way or another, whether it is in a year from now when they replace him with another candidate, or should he get reelected, they'll ride that horse until he dies, which that's probably what's going to end up happening, or actually proves to be incompetent, which we already know. We're not going to see anything.
Now, one big thing about this, why I think it's going to be somebody like a Gavin Newsom, who's, yes, he's been in politics, but he's pretty fresh. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean, beyond being governor of California, not many people knew about him. I'm going to get back to the IRS thing in a minute, but I want to make this point. They're going to get rid of Joe Biden, and they're going to drop everything. We're never going to know about this. We know about it, but we're never going to get confirmation. And I can guarantee you right now, they need to get somebody in the White House on their side that doesn't have a lengthy history in Washington. Somebody that's clean, and Gavin Newsom's going to be that clean person. Or it's going to be Michelle Obama. But Michelle Obama being with Barack is not as clean. They need somebody clean. They need a Democrat in there that can pardon all these people.
Yeah, no, I agree. The only reason I'm holding on to the whole Michelle thing is because...
Michael Michelle. I love it.
That pretty much keeps Obama right there. And
well, I agree. It keeps his hand in. But let's face it, Obama's the highest person in the country, not Joe Biden. Okay? Obama's pulling the strings.
It's very believable.
So either way, you shake it up. Now, I kind of got on this thing about the IRS. Armored vehicles, flashbang grenades, tear gas, 40 caliber submachine guns. They have, for the past 10 years, okay, they have been ramping up their armory pretty much. 4,487 firearms, 5 million rounds of ammunition, okay? Why have they been building this up? They're not going after these people. They're not going after Hunter Biden. They're going to go after us. They're weaponizing the IRS. Why do they need... I just don't get it.
I can't understand it either.
Actually, I do understand it. That's what they're doing. So all these people are skating, and they're weaponizing the IRS. All you got to do is just not pay your bills. Is IRS going to come in with armed federal agents and knock your door down because you didn't give them your money? Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. That's how they're going to do it. When they cannot get you on a legit charge, that's when the IRS comes in. They go through your tax history like you're getting a colonoscopy, and the next thing you know, you're being thrown in the D.C. gulag.
Yeah, which we had another story of an FBI early morning raid that ended up killing a disabled vet.
Oh, I was unaware of that one. Do you have that pulled up?
Yeah. Again, this coming from Fox. Theodore Deschler, I believe is his name. His family believes the Tennessee veteran was unarmed when FBI agents shot him dead. The family of a disabled veteran that FBI agents killed during a pre-dawn raid is demanding answers, saying law enforcement hasn't justified the raid or explained why he was shot. An FBI SWAT team descended on the Henderson, Tennessee home belonging to Deschler's mother August 16th. About 15 minutes later, the 45-year-old veteran was shot dead. And they say it was a senseless act, his brother says. Teddy was a 100% disabled veteran. He had problems. He had severe PTSD, he had depression, was getting help for it, but this was senseless.
Yeah, they're literally whacking people that disagree with them. Look, pre-dawn raid's one thing when you've got gang members. Pre-dawn raid's one thing when you've got extreme militia that's plotting to kill people. A pre-dawn raid for, well, I can't remember the last gentleman's name they got, who was 73?
Craig Robinson.
Craig Robinson. They're doing pre-dawn raids on these people. They're harmless. Call up the local police department and say, hey, we need to talk to these people. Get them to come out. Get them to meet you. This is just... And I think I got a cold or something, man. My nose is itching.
Yeah. Real quick, just wanted to clarify the man that we were talking about. Basically, what we're hearing or what they're saying is that he was earlier this year, he was arrested as a suspect following a gas station stabbing in a nearby town.
Okay.
And that's literally all the reasons that we have heard thus far that the FBI and SWAT team would raid his house at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, let me get this straight. That he was a suspect in a gas station stabbing in a nearby town.
Mm-hmm.
So the FBI did a pre-dawn raid on his house.
Yes.
BS.
With full SWAT team. His mother answered the door. She asked what they wanted. They said, none of your business. And the family's claiming he was not armed when he was shot, and there's obviously no footage because the FBI and SWAT teams don't wear body cams. So
they don't have to. They don't have to follow the rules that everybody else has to follow.
Yep. So
because of the
shot
federal
and killed,
government.
and the family is considering a lawsuit, civil suit, but that'll probably get smacked down anyway.
What you're seeing right now, folks, is the federal government, the FBI, is becoming the federal police department, is really what's going on here. Why do you think they're making it so difficult for people to become police officers nowadays?
Mm-hmm.
So either they're going to let immigrants or people that are applying for citizenship become police officers if they're here on a green card, if they're here legally, because that's one way to control it, or they want to get rid of American citizens that are patriots becoming police officers.
Yep.
Either they're going to have that or they're going to have a federal police force, which is shaping up. That's what it is. Now, I'm sure more news is going to come out of this, but if they just ran in there and dropped the guy, it's a hit squad for the federal government at that point.
We probably won't hear any more about this.
No, we won't, because it's federal government. They can do whatever they want whenever they want. So some lighthearted news. Okay, we're talking about flashbangs and the IRS getting armed up. Man who ordered mobile phone online gets grenade in mail instead.
What?
Yes, a man in Mexico ordered a smartphone, was flabbergasted. This is coming from the New York Post. They got great stuff. Was flabbergasted after he received a bomb in the mail. The unidentified customer claimed that he'd ordered the communications tool from an online store to his house in Leon, Guanajuato. I probably just messed that up. When the package arrived last Monday, the man's mother took it inside and put it on the kitchen table. Little did he know, his smartphone was actually a smart bomb. The aspiring phone owner opened a parcel to receive that it contained a fragmentation grenade. Check that out.
Nice.
I mean, that's... How in the hell do you mix that up?
I have no idea.
And I believe it's a real grenade, too. So, anyway, it was one of those things. We got a couple stories here. Did you have anything you wanted to go through before I get to this one?
Yeah, I got a couple things.
All right, hit it.
Pentagon. You want to talk about smoke screens? Here you go.
Oh, yeah, let's have it.
The Pentagon is to release declassified UFO photos, videos, and reports on a new website. They call it the one-stop shop for publicly available information on unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs. Pentagon Thursday announced the launch of a new website for the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, which will provide the public with declassified information about UFOs, or what the government calls unidentified anonymous phenomena.
Today, Junior.
Right. Basically, what they're doing is they're releasing this website, and I've already been to it. They have a few videos of stuff that we've already seen. No pictures or anything like that. Nothing new is on there as of yet. And I don't anticipate. I think this is a smokescreen.
It is.
To basically get everybody off the trail of the David Grush testimony that we saw back in July, saying that people have been killed over what they knew and that we have bodies. And
not only that, but it's shiny. It's not Joe Biden. It's not Hunter Biden. It's not what they're doing to Trump.
That too.
You know, I believe that there's UFOs. I believe that there's aliens. I do. But I don't believe they're releasing this just to be nice.
Yep.
I don't believe they're doing this because they want the American people to know. There's probably so much going on with this that there's, like I said, there's so much stuff we don't know that they're holding back. You got to remember something. FOIA, they do that to be nice. They don't have to release anything. It's the federal government. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. So, some more distraction. I we got to get this up. We got to get this up on Facebook page because I didn't believe this was real at first. Headline, Fox News: Nebraska man pulled over after massive bull spotted riding shotgun in his car. Have you seen this?
I seen a still image of it.
Look at the thing.
That's massive bull.
He's got like one of those appliance dollies jacked around up on the door. Let's see this. A bizarre traffic video was captured by police in eastern Nebraska pulling over a driver at a massive bull riding shotgun. The bizarre traffic stop carried out by the Norfolk Police Division happened Wednesday morning after they received a call of a man driving eastbound on 274 with an animal. It was more than an animal. Police found the Watusi bull named Howdy Doody sitting shotgun in a car driven by Lee Meyer. Look at that thing. And look at the horns on the front.
Yeah, that's massive.
Yeah, so anyway, I thought that was funny. I had to get that in. Anytime there's something like that about animals, it's like, what in the hell is going on with this? We've got just a little bit more time left, Dees. You got anything?
Yes, a chess prodigy, Hans Niemann, has settled his legal fight over cheating claims. A U.S. teenage chess prodigy, dogged by claims that he used vibrating anal beads to cheat during a high-stakes match, has been partially vindicated after he and his opponent agreed to resolve the bombshell legal battle.
Well, he's being a real pain in the butt about this.
Yes, he apparently put these beads up there.
It'll be okay one day. The beads of time pass on.
Right. And I guess what they were alleging was that he would insert, and his coach or whatever.
Kids, leave the room. Send your kids out.
Would basically send patterns. Vibrating patterns, which would then tell him what corresponding move that he should make. And while doing this, he beat Norwegian Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen.
You got to really want it to cheat that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you really got to be into chess to do that.
The second time that these two were matched up, as soon as he made his first move, the Grandmaster, Magnus Carlsen, turned off his webcam, got up, and left the match.
Oh, wow.
And then it came out later as to why he left the match, and they apparently was a lawsuit. They have settled, and now they're back to playing chess. And
well, that sounds like a pretty crappy thing to do if you ask me.
Real pain in the ass.
Yeah, there it is. All right. I'm El Donzo.
I'm Deez.
And we're going to get out of here and walk away in shame until next week. Yeah.